Good morning and welcome to the Dutchin channel. It's Friday 26th of April 2024. It's just gone 10 past 8 and we're going to put up the selections for Newcastle. I've already put up Sandown and Doncaster. They're both there if you want to have a look at those. So starting at Newcastle, got a couple of non-runners here tonight. So the first one will be in the 6:30. That's Show Me the Money. That is a non-runner. And then the second one is in the 8:30, and that is Sugar Baby. So they're the two non-runners at Newcastle. We've got 6 betting races to look forward to here. And we're going to be starting with the first of those, which is the 6 o'clock. And I'm sure the liquidity in the markets is not going to be great at this time of the morning, but I haven't checked. But our first selection is going to be Ema Ulysses. And also I haven't even put it across onto Newcastle, so let's just change that, put it onto the 6 o'clock. And our top selection here is 38. And stakes of £2.63 would return us £100. And our second selection will be Life on the Rocks. And Life on the Rocks is 9.2. Stakes of £10.87 would return us £100. And our third selection is 50 Cent. And that one is currently 11. So £9 and 9 would return us £100. And our fourth selection is Visitant, which is 25. And stakes of £4 there would return us £100. And our next selection is Humble Spark. Humble Spark is 5.9. So let's see what we've staked before we get to that. Yeah, and that's going to be okay. Then that will leave us £6.46 after that. So Humble Spark, 5.9, stakes of £16.95 would return us £100. And our next selection is going to be Dragons Will Rise, and that is 13.5. So again, let's just have a quick look at what we had left there, which was £6.46. So not too terrible. And we've got 5 running for us in the 6 o'clock. They will be Ema Ulysses, Life on the Rocks, 50 Cent, Visitant, and Humble Spark. And Dragons Will Rise will be our lesser amount. Into our second betting race, this is the 6:30. And our top selection here is Real Prospect. And Real Prospect, that is currently 6.4. So stakes of £15.63 would return us £100. And our second selection is Barley Brown. And Barley Brown is 5.2. So stakes of £19.23 would return us £100. And our third selection would be Anif, which is 5.8, but we need to make sure we've got the money for that. We've got £15.14, so that would be our maximum there to bring our stakes to £50. So we've got 2 running for us. They'll be Real Prospect and Barley Brown, and Anif will be our lesser amount. Then moving into our third betting race, this will be the 7 o'clock. And our top selection in the 7 o'clock would be Camacho Star. And Camacho Star is 9.8. Stakes of £10.20 would return us £100. And our next selection is Balcar. And Balcar is 5.7. Stakes of £17.54 would return us £100. And our third selection is Barossa. And Barossa is 7.4. And stakes of £13.51 would return us £100. And we've now got left £8.74. And the next selection there is Little Ted, which is 6.6. So we've got £8.74 at the SP of 6.6. That would be our last bet in the 7 o'clock. That would bring our totals to £50 stakes. We've got 3 running for us: Camacho Star, Balcar and Barossa. One of those 3 would return £100 and Little Ted would be the lesser amount. Now we're into our 4th betting race. This is the 7:30. And in the 7:30, our top selection here is Royal City. And Royal City is currently the outsider at 20. And stakes of £5 would return us £100. Blue Virtue is our second selection. This is currently favourite at 4. So stakes of £25 would return £100. And Berry Gate would be our third selection, which is currently 7. So stakes of £14.29 would return us £100. And we've got £5.71 left. And our next selection would be Last Applause, and this is currently at 16. We know we can't put £6.25, but we're not far short. £5.71. So that would be our last bet in the 7:30 to bring those stakes to £50. We've got 3 running for us: Royal City, Blue Virtue and Berry Gate. One of those would return us £100, and Last Applause would be the lesser amount. Into our 5th betting race. This is going to be the 8:30. And our top selection here would be Running Wild. Let's have a look. Running Wild there is currently 10.5. Stakes of £9.52 would return us £100. And our second selection is Elzal. And Elzal is 4.2. So stakes of £23.81 would return us £100. And our third selection is Modular Magic. And Modular Magic, that's currently trading at 32. So stakes of £3.13 would return us £100. And our 4th selection is Ernest Rutherford. And Ernest Rutherford is currently 23. So stakes of £4.35 will return us £100. And we've so far staked £40.81, so £9.19 left. Dark Kestrel is our 5th selection here. And Dark Kestrel, that is 9.2. So let's just go in. And as I said, we had £9.19. That would be our maximum stake for Dark Kestrel. And that would bring us round now to our £50 stakes. So we've got 4 running for us: Running Wild, Elzal, Modular Magic and Ernest Rutherford. One of those four would return us £100, and Dark Kestrel would be the lesser amount. And into our last race here, which is the 9 o'clock at Newcastle. As I say, the sixth race doesn't mean in order, it just means our sixth betting race. And our top selection in the 9 o'clock is Dandy's Gold. And Dandy's Gold is 9.8. Stakes of £10.20 would return us £100. And our second selection is Tathmeen, which is 5.7. Stakes of £17.54 would return us £100. And our third selection is A Claim to Fame. And A Claim to Fame is down the bottom there, 29. Stakes of £3.45 would return us £100. And our fourth selection is Dream Together. Dream Together, this is currently 9.2. Stakes of £10.87 would return us £100. So far we've laid out 42.07, 7.93 left. And Frank the Spark is our next selection, and that is 10.5. And can only have a maximum of £7.93 here. So that will bring our stakes to £50. We've got four running for us: Dandy's Gold, Tathmeen, A Claim to Fame, and Dream Together. One of those four would return us £100, and Frank the Spark would be the lesser amount. So we're going to have a recap. We're going to go back to our first betting race there. We'll bring the calculator out as we normally do. Right, in the 6 o'clock, we got five running for us: Ema Elises, Life on the Rocks, 50 Cent, Visitant, and Humble Spark. One of those five will return us £100. And Dragons Will Rise, we've got £6.46. We will times that by 13.5 SP, and that will give us a return of £87.21 if that was to win. Into our second betting race there. This is the 6:30. We've got two running for us. They are Real Prospect and Barley Brown. One of those two would return us £100. Then our third selection, Anif, will need £15.14 stake. Times that by 5.8 SP would give us a return of £87.81, so that would be pretty good as well. Into the 7 o'clock, we've got Camacho Star, Balcar, Barossa. One of those three would return us £100. And then we've got Little Ted, which is £8.74, times 6.6 for the SP would return £57.68. So there would still be your money back there and a bit more. In the 7:30, we've got three running for us: Royal City, Blue Virtue, and Berrygate. One of those three would return £100. And Last Applause would have £5.71 stake, times 16 for the SP, would return 91.36, so that would be good there as well. Into the fifth betting race, this is the 8:30. We've got four running for us: Running Wild, Elzal, Modular Magic, and Ernest Rutherford. One of those four would return us £100. And our fifth selection there would be Dark Kestrel. That would be £9.19 stake. And we've got an SP of 9.2. That would return us £84.54. So a good profit on that one. And in the 9 o'clock, we've got four running for us: Dandy's Gold, Tathmeen, A Claim to Fame, and Dream Together. one of those four would return £100. And Frank the Spark, we got £7.93 left on that one. Times that by the SP of 10.5, that would return us £83.26, so that's fine as well. So that's the Newcastle card completed. As I said, I've already put up Sandown and Doncaster. I've got one more to do in Ireland, which is from Cork today. And let's hope we can have some winners after a bad day yesterday. And I'll be back with the results show this evening. So good luck on whatever you're back in today. And we'll see you tonight.